What's up guys, welcome back to Chris Wong Vlogs. So today's video starts immediately after where my last video finished. So I am literally stepped into my cruise ship cabin right now. I have literally just signed on board the ship. I flew and landed into Seattle today, and this is going to be my cabin for the next few days, at least for my quarantine period, and I do believe I will be able to stay in here for a little bit longer after the quarantine period as well. And let's start my quarantine video with a tour of the cabin. This is what you're greeted with. You've got your double beds. So I just want to point out, if any of you are brand new to my YouTube channel, hi, my name is Chris. I am working on board a cruise ship. I am a crew member, an active Royal Caribbean crew member to be exact. I have just stepped on board the ship, and before we start the contract we have to do quarantine. But let's have a little look. Oh wow. Oh, it's a bit blue. Let me fix this. Here we go. Hello, Seattle. Oh, and there's a nice seaplane there. Yep, this is very, very different views to Miami, which is what I'm used to. But look what the ship's even provided us. I got all these snacks as soon as I came in. Cookies as well, unbelievable. Teas, coffees. Yo, I think I'm being spoiled right now. Sodas, waters, amazing. But yeah, I mean, God, I love this type of cabin. But yeah, oh, it looks so good. Everything looks so nice. And you know, Royal looking after us crew members like this, and you know, us being able to quarantine in a guest stateroom really is unbelievable. So thank you, Royal Caribbean. Okay, so I've just had my first shower of the contract here inside the quarantine cabin. The showers in the Royal Caribbean staterooms are absolutely amazing, or at least on this ship it is. I actually forgot how nice it was, and especially after a long travel day, having a nice hot shower. I was stood there for a while just kind of like, ah. Yeah, I already started eating some of the snacks that they gave me. I just started munching on the cookies. That was very nice, and I just started reading all of the, you know, like welcome information things. So, for example, this one says, "Dear crew member, please be advised that balcony cleaning and maintenance will be taking place today." Oh, I guess that's kind of irrelevant for me now. And what else have we got here? Ovation of the Seas. Welcome to Ovation of the Seas. Greetings. We hope you had a great vacation. You guys know I did. The restaurant team would like to take this opportunity to serve you the best food on board. If you were already filled up your meal preference back home online, which I did, then you don't have to fill it up again. Basically how it works is, whilst we're here in quarantine, obviously we're not allowed to leave the cabin. So for breakfast, lunch and dinner, we get essentially room service brought to our cabins every single day. Alright, good morning guys. It's now the next morning, or the next day, officially my day 2 of quarantine, and my breakfast has arrived. Now you're probably wondering, why do I have 2 of these? Well, I think there was a bit of confusion yesterday because for some reason my dinner didn't arrive last night. So obviously, quite naturally, I called up the food and beverage team and I just said, oh, like room service I mean, and I was like, what's going on, why haven't I received any food? And they were like, oh, I think there was just a bit of confusion. So they said, oh, we'll make sure, you know, you get your food moving forward. And then today I woke up to 2 sets of breakfast, so I hope I haven't put in 2 orders of everything now, because I've literally got 2 breakfasts. I've got 2 of these, 2 bread rolls, and then 2 cups of milk. Alright, so it's currently 9 o'clock in the morning, so let's have a little look at how Seattle is. Oh, it is cold. Very, very cold. This is England weather. And this is how Seattle is like. And look at this, they're having a lifeboat test, I'm assuming is what they're doing. Oh, okay, so lunch has arrived and yes, they are definitely giving me 2 of everything right now, which is, well, it's a lot of food as you can imagine. I'm obviously a very slim guy, so I definitely cannot eat all of this food, but I'm going to make an honest attempt. So for lunch today, cheeseburger and fries, double, 2 cakes, 2 salads. This is my bread roll from earlier because I couldn't eat everything. Alright, so let's have a little gander outside, shall we, onto the balcony. Also, what the hell am I wearing right now? I've got my full legit winter coat on, sunglasses, swim shorts and flip-flops. Unbelievable. Alright, but hey, quarantine life is quarantine life. Okay. So at this moment in time, I still don't exactly know what the rule is with shore leave for crew members. When I left Odyssey of the Seas a couple of months ago, there was still no official shore leave for crew. It was still very controlled tour groups and environment, so a bubble environment is what I was trying to say. So yeah, I really do hope I get the opportunity to see a lot more ports this contract. It was very minimal last contract. Didn't actually leave the ship too many times apart from Coco Cay, which obviously is not bad, but you know, I want to see a bit more. And the itinerary on this ship, just all the Alaskan ports, Seattle. I think the ship also makes its way to Vancouver at some point, hopefully, if cruising in Canada sorts itself out. Yeah, I've got a lot more hope this time around to actually make some vlogs in port, and I think a lot of you will actually find that really interesting. I'll tell you what I love though, when you're here in the Seattle with this weather, you can open the balcony door and just let the nice breeze of the air come flowing through the cabin, because if you're in the Caribbean, especially when it's middle of the day and it's hot, as soon as you open the door to the balcony, it just gets all hot and humid inside, and then your mirror gets all steamed up. So I'm just like kind of loving life right now. Wow, look at this. So we actually just started sailing a little bit. I have no idea what we're doing. Maybe we're just turning the ship around or moving to another location. But I can see more of Seattle now. Hi Natalia. Yeah, Seattle's nice, no? So yeah, the ship has done a complete 180. So now my view has changed to the pier. Have any of you guys been here before? Whether it's on this ship or just docked in Seattle. So these colourful buildings are the main buildings of the pier. You can see the whole city. Yeah, Seattle looks great actually, really nice. Do any of you guys ever have a nap on the couch in the cabin? Because I've literally just lay here for the last 20 minutes, just kind of lying here, enjoying the view. And I've absolutely just been loving life. Like, just getting comfortable here. And then I'm just like this. Just watching the view. And yeah, I can actually, it's actually really cool for just like people watching. So I can see people in the distance and I'm just watching them go about their life. Yeah, strange things you think about and do when you're in quarantine. All right, so I decided to switch up the scenery here a little bit in the cabin for my dinner tonight, make things a little more interesting. And for dinner I did go for a slightly more healthier option than I have well, compared to my lunch. I got chicken of some sort, mashed potato, vegetables, salad over here, and a cheeky little chocolate cake, which I will be saving for later. Also, I actually forgot to mention that right now, as I'm actually recording this video, there are no passengers on board Ovation of the Seas. This ship has actually been out of service since the cancellation of the Australian cruises last season. So as of right now, there are no passengers on board the ship. The crew members like myself who are joining right now, we are the startup team. We are going to start things up. We're going to get the ship ready, and the first sailing isn't actually until a month from now. So if you're wondering, how am I able to be in a guest cabin on a cruise ship? Well, it's because there's no passengers on board as of just yet. Let's get this bad boy going. Oh, I absolutely love the Royal Caribbean showers. You guys know what I'm talking about. And what I will say is, the hair and body wash that they provide smells delightful. Alright, welcome to the next day now, and my day has started off very, very uneventful, as I have literally just spent my morning, or should I say early afternoon, sort of just sat in front of my computer for the last couple hours doing all of my necessary online trainings. In fact, this is actually, I would say, an annoying part of the job, or being a crew member on a cruise ship, is that no matter how experienced you are, no matter how many times you have done this training, every time you join a new cruise ship and you start a new contract, you have to essentially, well, not completely start again, but there's always a whole bunch of sign-on trainings that you have to do, and it's always the same with WONGs. So yeah, not very fun. Alright, so now that training is complete, or at least for today it is, it's time to get a workout in. I actually feel like this is probably the best way to sort of occupy your time when you are here in quarantine. And if there are any future crew members and seafarers out there and you still have a quarantine period coming up soon, I would say doing a home workout of some sort whilst you are here in the cabin is a great way to pass the time. I have a whole bunch of resistance bands which I just bought from Amazon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You know what? I fancy a cup of tea. So let's utilise the kettle that they provided me for quarantine period. Alright, let's do this. There we go, that's the good stuff. Alright, let's give it a little taste test, shall we? The size of these beds are actually incredible. I'm definitely very, very spoiled right now. Okay, so what's going to happen now, because this is kind of the end of my quarantine period. I say kind of. Let me explain. So this morning you saw that I had an antigen test. Now we are going to, all of us crew got this test today. Well, all of us who signed on the day that I signed on. As long as we test negative tomorrow, we are technically going to be released from quarantine. But the quarantine period isn't actually over. We are actually going into what's called soft quarantine. So my quarantine period was a week in total, 7 days. We've just done 3 days of hard quarantine. So that's here in the cabin where we cannot leave. We can't go out or do anything. We just have to stay inside the cabin. So that was the first 3 days, and now this is going to be followed by 4 days of soft quarantine, which means we can leave the cabin to go to work, but then that's it. So we can go to work, and then as soon as we finish work, we then come back to the cabin. And that's going to be for the remainder of the 4 days. So it's going to be a week total of quarantine, 3 days hard, 4 days soft, and then after the week, I will be vacating this guest stateroom and moving into my crew cabin. So with that being said, I am going to end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching yet another quarantine video. How many quarantine videos have I got on my channel now? I feel like I'm the expert of cruise ship quarantine. But yeah, again, thank you for watching if you have made it all the way to the end of this video. And yeah, I'll see you in next week's video. A lot more cruise ship vlogs coming your way. I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself every time I end my videos, and I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I always just end up saying, you know, make sure you subscribe, comment, blah 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 blah, you know the drill. I've been Chris Wong. See you later. I'm going to bed.